Celtics back there on defense. Here comes Anunoby. Oh my goodness. Just jackhammered it right over the defense.
What's going on, y'all? It's Drew. We're back with another NBA video. And the Boston Celtics don't want to win this series, bro. They don't want to win. They have now squandered a 2-0 lead to the New York Knicks in the second round. And I'm just at a loss for how they've been able to do this. How they've been able to collapse, lose 20-point leads in the fourth quarter twice in a row to a team that is just worse than them. That's just worse in every way. So we're going to talk about that today. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers at some point. I haven't been doing long form videos in a couple of days. I've been hitting it up with the shorts. I'm going to try and do both at the same time going forward. If you guys like this one though, you know what to do. So let's just get into it. Oh my god, this fucking team, dude. So this team, let's get one thing right. They are so much more talented than the Knicks. Up and down the roster, they're just better than them. They have a real bench. The Knicks have aspects of a bench. They're pretty close to a real bench, but Mitchell Robinson cues into the game and suddenly it's Hacker Robinson. Deuce McBride I think is a little bit overrated, even though I still like him. And bro, CP has actually been goated for them, I can't lie. I love Cameron Payne, CP, but he's not an elite backup point guard. He's not Peyton Pritchard. You look at this Celtics team. I mean, obviously they've got a monster starting lineup, and then they've got Peyton off the bench. They've got a better coach, I would say. I mean, I'm starting to question Joe Mazzulla's decision making and what he's putting in these guys' heads, because I feel like he must be bullying them in practice relentlessly for them to show this little urgency in games. He must be just completely checking them out by I guess verbally abusing them, because bro, they don't want to win. They literally don't want to win this series. They get up 20 points to start the fourth quarter of games 1 and 2. What do? They stop going to the rim. They stop hunting mismatches. They hunt Carl a little bit, but they just get locked up by OG Anunoby over and over and over again at the end of these games. Start jacking up threes way too early on the shot clock, uncontested from downtown or heavily contested or step backs. It's Jason Tatum doing this. It's Jalen Brown doing it in transition. It's the whole team. They just start chucking threes relentlessly as soon as the Knicks start to ramp a comeback. They don't show any urgency on the defensive end. They can't get a single stop for a full possession. They can't drain the shot clock down to 1 second or give the Knicks a shot clock violation to sort of slow their momentum. That's something that if your defense can ever get a shot clock violation on any play, that gives your defense so much momentum. It makes your defense feel so much more ironclad if you can just full stop an offense for one possession front to back. And the Celtics just don't do that. Once it got hard, Jalen Brunson was just hitting step backs relentlessly, beating the crap out of them on the interior, just finding just ridiculous passing angles, goofy passes to Josh Hart on the baseline, Josh Hart at the three-point line, Josh Hart cutting to the rim. Josh Hart has fucked up this defense for a couple games now. Mikal Bridges in the fourth quarter went absolutely bananas, just hitting tough shot after tough shot, getting every shot that he wanted that wasn't going in for the rest of the playoffs for him for the most part. He got him all to go last night. Again, OG Anunoby, I mentioned him briefly. I saw this stat from Kirk Goldsberry. Jesus Christ, that name is so hard. I saw the stat from Kirk Goldsberry that said that OG Anunoby has held one-on-one matchups on the Celtics this series to 5 of 29 shooting. That is unbelievable. Literally no one on this team can score on OG Anunoby. It's ridiculous. And the Pistons, that had no business going as far as they did, was way better at mismatch hunting against the Knicks last round. They didn't really go at Brunson in the same way. They didn't necessarily go at Cat the same way, but they found the Bridges matchup. They liked that. It was accessible, and Cade Cunningham beat the hell out of Mikal Bridges last series. The Celtics have so many ways that they could pick apart this Knicks defense, and they choose to shoot so many threes and they've shot terribly in the first 2 games. Their shooting luck will improve, but New York's shooting luck in game 2 was not good either. The problem with the Celtics is, good shooting luck or not, is they don't want to win. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, this, oh my god, this team is so confusing to me, because they're so good, and I will get to the injuries in a minute here, and some of the concerns I actually have with their talent level, but they're so good on paper, and they can beat you in so many different ways, and yet they choose to try and run the same game plan every single time, and the only thing that ever gets in their way is, like, their own, like, lack of urgency and their own lack of, like, hunger. And for, like, we talk about, like, the Mamba mentality, and I don't like to sort of shit on Jason Tatum for being a Kobe fan, but, like, not really having, like, that killer instinct. But, like, when these games get hard, like, he very rarely, like, just hits another level where he just, like, sort of plateaus the defense by just fucking hitting shot after shot, just, you know, picking up the slack for the rest of the offense. He sort of just blends in with the crowd, and I think that's sort of a problem. I almost think that Jason Tatum would be better suited on a team where he has less help, because then maybe, like, his urgency level would be higher. Jalen Brown's got a little bit of a knee issue still, I think. He's a little bit less explosive in this series. He just doesn't really have lift on his jump shot, I feel like, which has sort of been an issue for him. And Porzingis has been sick and, like, a non-factor. And Drew Holiday just came off a hamstring injury. He's actually been good for them. No really complaints with Drew Holiday. He's just a little bit older. We don't really talk about Drew Holiday's age, like, nearly enough, by the way. Like, dude's been in the NBA for 16 years. Like, he is, at this point, like, he's well-seasoned. Like, the Celtics still, even with all that, I still think they have enough talent. And they prove that through the first 3 quarters. Mismatch hunting, getting Karl-Anthony Towns in pick and roll, getting their bigs to move their feet, slide laterally. This was something that Reggie Miller loves to call it on the broadcast, getting bigs to move side to side, getting Jalen Brunson in tough situations, which they probably don't do enough, and they just don't have the hunger that the Knicks do, which is astounding to me, because, again, like, when Joe Maz loses playoff games, don't come to school the next day, because his team, he crashes out so hard at the media every now and then. Like, he has, like, these schizophrenic moments, these autistic moments of basketball obsession where he's like a savant, and he can, like, remember super minute details of super specific plays, and then his team just inexplicably, like, he's probably screaming at them and begging them every day to just lock in a little bit, and they're just like, I don't know, and they just, like, fucking chuck threes, like, relentlessly once the game gets close, and they show no urgency, no hunger. Like, the Knicks don't really have, like, a lot of, like, they don't have, like, a Draymond Green or, like, any instigators, but they've got chemistry, and they believe in themselves, and they're really backed by their fans, and they've got guys like Deuce McBride, Cam Payne. These are not excellent NBA players, but they come in and they give you energy by pushing the pace, by running the offense, like, in a way that sort of generates, like, easier looks every now and then, and they keep their head in the game. The Celtics don't care, like, nearly enough. They have enough talent to get to the NBA Finals, and they're down 2-0 to a team that's far worse than them. So I'm pretty worried about the Celtics, honestly. Dude, it might be Indiana in the finals, which would be insane. I think Oklahoma City is starting to feel really, really good about their chances now. That guaranteed Boston OKC finals I was hoping for, where both teams are locked and loaded, doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but I mean, that remains to be seen whether or not Boston will actually lock in. They played pretty okay against Orlando, a team that was insanely physical, gave them pretty much all they could handle, and they fared just fine. I still think they're gonna beat the Knicks, but I think it's going to be a hard-fought 7 games, and they've got to get both games on the road if they want to win. I don't think this team has enough spirit to come back from down 3-1, especially if Porzingis is going to continue to be a non-factor, if Jalen Brown's going to continue to, like, sort of not have that same explosion that he did, like, in last year's playoffs. They just need to care more. They need to put in more effort, and they need to bite down on the mouthpiece when the Knicks start to fight back in this series, because it's very clear that, like, when the Knicks get it going, they can pummel you with speed, with shooting, with great cutting, with great playmaking from Jalen Brunson. They really have got an X factor in him. And Karl-Anthony Towns is another big wild card because he's such an offensive savant once he puts the ball on the floor. So that's really going to be all I got to say about this series. The Celtics got to lock in. They clearly don't want to win this series. I don't know what's going on with them. And the Knicks have looked really good and really endearing, and they've been a great story. And Mikal Bridges has been awesome. And if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers at some point. I will try to get more long-form videos out every day for the rest of the playoffs, hopefully. I can't promise that for sure, but I will do my best. And cue that music.